Good morning, everyone. It is Friday morning. I am almost at work right now. I dropped off Tess at the airport because we are both flying to Chicago this weekend for my parents' Festival of Colors that we've been doing since 2008. So there's 2009. So I have work. I have a half day. Then my flight's after that. So this weekend should be exciting. Take you along. Stay tuned. So I decided to take a Waymo to the airport today. You might be hearing it speak in the background here. Everything was around the same price, Uber, Lyft, and Waymo. So why not get a futuristic experience? Yeah, pretty cool. So I was actually listening to a Freakonomics episode on autonomous vehicles, autonomous cars, and apparently there's a huge uproar about these coming to cities because they displace a fair amount of jobs from like taxi drivers, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, and whatnot. I completely agree with it. However, I think as a society moving on to the future at some point, autonomous vehicles are a necessity given how dumb we are as humans as far as drivers and how many erratic decisions we make. I think as society, technology, things changes, I think autonomous cars are definitely going to be the future. So whenever given the opportunity, I'm going to take them. I personally think they're a lot safer than humans, given all the data that is out there. So what are your thoughts? Would love to hear about it down below in the comments. I got to the airport a little bit earlier than I usually do. I hung out in the Amex lounge and got a bunch of work done, essentially planning out a bunch of my videos for my Instagram page. So if you're not already going and following that, then make sure you do it. This flight was actually one of the most turbulent flights I've had in a long time. It was really stormy in and around Chicago, as you can see in this clip, and the pilot did quite some maneuvering to try and avoid it, but still quite some turbulence. That weather definitely carried over into the next day during our festival, and I'll talk about it a little bit, but this is kind of the setup portion that you're seeing here, getting ready for the day. We're here setting up this festival. Every year it's a battle against the weather to see if it's going to be a good weather year or a bad weather year. It's always a gamble because it's the beginning of April. 2 years ago it was like 70 and sunny. This place was filled. There's like tens of thousands of people. This year it's currently like 45 to 50 and raining. We'll see what the turnout looks like. But setup is pretty much done as far as our part goes. And we'll see how it goes. We started at 11, it's currently 9:45. Not too bad.
4, 3, 2, 1, and 0! Holy happy Holi to all of you!
Of course, coming back to Chicago, I had to go and get the best tortillas on the planet. So we stocked up. We won't be back for a long time, so we got a lot of these. But back to the festival. This is the Festival of Colors, which celebrates the Indian Festival of Holi. The actual day is way before. I think it's like a month and a half beforehand, but it's always too cold to celebrate that. We've been hosting this festival in the Naperville community for the last almost 20 years. We started in 2008, so we've been doing it for a long time. It's a family affair. Otherwise, in Chicago, we pretty much just hung out, spent time with family. We had some friends that drove down from Minnesota and Milwaukee, so we hung out with them, hung out with family the next day, and then it was a very quick trip. It is back to Phoenix after that. It's Tuesday, 6:30 a.m., just finished up at the gym. Definitely did not want to come this morning. Woke up and I was like, I'm gonna go back to bed. But the most important part about staying consistent is just doing it and removing any inertia to actually doing the thing. So rather than worrying about my motivation to work out, of which there was zero, I instead just worried about getting to the gym, which is what I did. And once I'm here, you know, like, hey, might as well work out. So that's it. You're gonna head home, get ready for work. Got a full day of clinic today. All right, it is Tuesday afternoon. It is 4:15. I'm leaving clinic. I had clinic all day today. Had some interesting cases. Tomorrow is an all-day procedure day, so that's 7:30 until 4:45. Procedures every 15 minutes, so lots of volume going to be coming in tomorrow. It should be a good but tiring day. I am headed off to get my car serviced, to drop it off right now. One of the, I guess, downsides of driving so much is that you have to get car serviced quite a bit. I got this car in July of 2025 when we moved here, essentially. It is obviously now just becoming April. I'm at 18,170 miles, so less than a year and almost 20,000 miles. That's all the driving up north to Flagstaff, Sedona, to LA, and back and forth to commute to work. So quite a bit of driving in this car, and that's my last free service for this car. So hopefully don't need to do too much more, although there's a lot of driving coming up in the next couple of months. There's a lot of adventures that will be going on, so make sure you stay tuned for those, stay subscribed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Just got back in from the car service, picked up a large QT. So this is a large. This thing is huge. Coke Zero Cherry. I'm an absolute sucker for Coke Zero, especially with flavors. I'm gonna film a bunch of content right now for my Instagram page for next week. So if you're not already following it, make sure you go do that. I'll show you a little bit about what that kind of filming process looks like. Step number one, have multiple pairs of scrubs ready so that it looks like I'm filming on multiple days. This video is exactly what I'm dreaming my patients do. Most of my patients are in their later years, and there is no denying that most orthopedic issues are a result of age or happen more frequently with age. All right, it is 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Long procedure day today. Started off at 7:30 and it is now 5:30. Pretty much all day procedures. Had to do a little bit of rad tech work in there as well. That's a story that I'll remember as I come back and look at this video. But yeah, overall good day. Lots and lots of procedures, which is always fantastic to keep getting more reps. Now that's probably gonna be it for this vlog, because I've kind of fallen into a pattern of finishing up on Wednesdays and uploading on Wednesdays. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully this was interesting. Hopefully there's something you can take from this. As always, if there's anything you want me to talk about, drop it down below in the comments. If you're new here, then subscribe if you found anything valuable. If not, let me know what you want me to talk about that might be valuable. And for those who have been watching consistently, appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video.